I think we need to unhaul some more books. I have too many damn books to lug them across the country. I was not ready for that. I know I've done a lot of unhauling this year and I need to do even more. So if you like seeing me ruthlessly unhaul my books, welcome, you get even more. This video is going to be a cozy reset, accomplishing goals, getting organized, setting myself up for the end of the year, but also, big news you guys, I'm moving next year. I am moving across the country. It's a very big move, biggest move in my adult life. It's very complicated, very big, and kind of came on very suddenly. This was not in my plans whatsoever. It came on very suddenly, so I'm not prepared for it at all. So this video is kind of gonna be me making some steps, getting prepared to move. It's been a while since I've done a reset video, but I usually like to start these with going over some of the goals that I have and if I've been accomplishing them, how I'm doing with them. So from past resets, some goals that I've talked about. Number one, I've been wanting to drink more water and less caffeine, which I've definitely been accomplishing. I've almost entirely cut out soda unless I'm out. If I'm out of my house, I'll get a little soda. If I'm in my house, no soda. And I have been drinking a lot more water. I also got a cute new water bottle that, I don't know, I just think that drinking water in a cute bottle makes me want to do it more. I don't know what that is mentally, but drinking from a basic water bottle, not fun. Drinking from a water bottle that has bows all over it, very fun. Very fun. Very demure. Very classy. Another goal that I've been working on more recently is to get back into an active routine. So if you guys remember, last year I had an accident and I had surgery on my foot and it was a long process walking again, and I think I'm finally at a place where I'm not only walking okay, but I think I can like bump it up. I can work out, I can go on long walks, I can do more active things. So I have been slowly incorporating some more things into my routine. One of them being taking Loki on long walks. We go to the park very often and it's very nice to get back outside and walk. Being able to go back to the park and take long walks has been really nice. I have also been going to yoga occasionally with my mom, which is very fun. I have gone hiking, which was actually kind of scary. I was a little bit worried about my foot while I was hiking, but it ended up being fine. And then lastly, my favorite thing that I've been doing is I have been using Trainwell, who is actually the sponsor of today's video. So Trainwell is awesome. It makes personal training accessible to everybody because you do it in your own home. They match you with real trainers who help you to work on your goals and incorporate workouts into your routine. They have a focus on strength training, which helps to build confidence, boost mental health, and makes you stronger, which one of the things for me personally is I really wanted to make my leg that I had surgery on a lot stronger. I lost a lot of weakness in this leg for not walking on it for 6 months, and so trying to build up strength has been difficult for me, and I genuinely have been really impressed by everything so far. I have never worked with a personal trainer and it always felt like something that was very like scary and daunting to me, but I met with my trainer on a call and we went over all of my goals, my concerns. We talked about my foot and surgery and what we could do to help build strength in my leg and my balance. She asked me like what equipment I have, what stuff I have access to. You don't have to go out and buy things to use. The programs are made around what you already have access to. So like since I have stairs in my house, stairs are incorporated into some of my workouts, and the entire like app experience is so great. It's so user-friendly. Everything is very intuitive, and as you're going through the workouts, there is a like real life video of the trainers in Trainwell doing the exercises so you can see exactly what you are supposed to be doing. At no point have I ever felt like lost or confused or not really known how to do a specific workout. I also really like how easy it is to communicate with the trainers. There's been a couple times that my schedule has just changed a little bit and I had to message my trainer and say, hey, I can't do 3 workouts this week. Can we make it 2? She's changed it up very quickly. It's also just nice to have somebody there who's like a real person, like keeping you accountable. My trainer is also just like very, very nice. I really like her. So yeah, I'm really loving my experience so far with Trainwell, and I think incorporating that with all of the other things that I'm doing is really gonna help me get back in shape and regain a lot of like the muscle loss that I had. So if you want to try out Train Well, you can take the quiz to get matched with your perfect trainer by scanning this QR code or clicking the link in the description. Plus, you get 14 days of free training to try it out and see if you like it, but I'm pretty sure you will. Now we are gonna go through my TBR shelf and we're gonna unhaul even more books. I know I had such a Ruthless 3-part unhaul series where I got rid of so many books. We're gonna be even more ruthless because here's the thing, if I'm gonna be moving boxes and boxes and boxes of books across the country, I want it to be books that I've read and loved or books that I am so excited to read I think will be new favorites. I don't want any of this wishy-washy, maybe one day if I read it, I'm not sure, none of that. Also, just to show you guys the progress that I've made on my TBR tackle, everything fits on these shelves now. I do not have to use the book cart anymore. Oh, you can see my book cart behind me is empty. I don't have the full numbers right now of where I'm at with TBR tackle. You guys are a couple episodes behind. There's some episodes that have been filmed that you haven't seen yet, but I believe the number is under 200 now, which is amazing, and we're gonna get it even lower. I think the main place that I can make some cuts is up here. This shelf is all sequels in series that I'm in the middle of, and I think I really need to weigh how interested I am in continuing some of these series compared to how much effort it would take to do it. Because there's some on here that I read the first book so long ago that the only way that I would be able to continue the series is if I reread the first book, and I just don't know if that's worth it. I don't know if that's worth the effort for some of these that like, I thought the book was fine, but it wasn't like a favorite. So like, this one, I for sure will be keeping. The first book in the series was one of my all-time favorites. I will need to reread it, but that's something that I think would be worth it. Versus like, Waking Gods. I think the first book was fine. I don't know that I actually even care to continue the series, like if I'm being so for real. So I'll pull that one down. Jade War, definitely want to keep. I love Jade City. The Ikasar Falcon is another one. I enjoyed the first book. I think it was 4 stars. I would have to reread it because I can't tell you a single thing about the first book. It completely has been erased from my memory. I just don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if it's something that I would prioritize. I think the rest of these are all ones that I really want to continue. Okay, this is another one. I would have to reread the first book. I don't know if I care enough. I think if I had read this like right after I read the first book, I probably would have loved it, but it's been so long at this point. I'm not sure about that one. This is a series. I really enjoyed the first book. This is book 2. However, I don't know if book 3 is actually ever going to come out. I have a feeling that the author abandoned this series. I'll hold on to it for now, do a little research. This one, I'll get rid of. I'm actually really surprised that I kept this from the original unhaul. So we'll put that there. I don't know how that one made it through. This one, I definitely want to keep. I loved book 1. These 2 are ones, again, that like I enjoyed the first book. I think I gave both of them 4 stars. And probably if I had continued close to when I read books 1, I would have enjoyed these, but it's been so long. I don't remember anything about them, and I don't think I care. This one, I just genuinely, I don't think is ever gonna happen. I'm pretty sure I read the first book in this in like 2016. It's been way too long at this point. I gotta be so for real. I don't think that's gonna happen. I do think that the rest of those are sequels that I still will read, so. This is a good stack so far, being very realistic with myself. Just quickly skimming through this shelf, I do think these are all ones that I have interest in, / I at least want to try before I unhaul them. I don't see anything here so far. This one, I'm a little on the fence about. I feel like I could either love it or I would really hate it. I do feel like I should at least read like the first chapter or so before I like actually decide. Also, oh my god, look what I found. I found the Stormtrooper mug. I was going through some boxes that I never unpacked, and look who's back, baby! If you're an OG from the channel, you'll remember her. Okay, this one actually, if I'm gonna get rid of a Juliet Marillier book, I think it can be this one, because this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, I'm pretty sure, and I have recently learned I don't actually like Beauty and the Beast retellings anymore. A Bewitched Castle, One Girl Running from Her Past, yeah, okay, I think that this is Beauty and the Beast. Also, I'm so sorry. This cover's horrible. So sorry to that woman. This is a really ugly cover. I think there's a few romances in here that I'm like on the fence about, but I do think I should try them. There's just like a lot of romance authors in here that I've never read from before, so it could go either way. And then the bottom shelf, I think, okay, Mickey 7, I'm gonna be honest, I got this because I know that there's a movie coming out, but I don't know that I actually care enough to read the book. I think I'm fine just seeing the movie. And then, okay, this book, I have had this for like 3 years now, and I always intend to read it in October because I feel like you can only read this book in October, and I never do it. So I'm like, should I just get rid of it? 3 Octobers have come and gone, and I have not read it. I think we can let it go. If you guys saw anything in here that you're like, oh my God, Riley, that's a horrible book, get rid of it, please comment below and tell me. Save me from it. Save the space in my boxes and let me know. Here is the stack that I pulled, which, you know what, I think is very acceptable. It's not crazy, it's not a crazy amount. It's also 10, which is a perfect number. We got rid of 10 more books, and none of these do I feel excited by when I look at them. All right, I got a package. I don't know what it is, so we're gonna open it. Feels like a book. I see pink. Oh my God, I know what book it is. Oh my God, it's so sweet. Okay, this is from Esty. I hope this gift makes your day a little brighter. It's Wild Love. Oh my God, I'm so excited. This is perfect timing because I recently finished the Chestnut Springs series. So this is perfect. This is perfect timing. Also, I've been having like the worst week. Like honestly, the worst like 2 weeks. I have been not live, laugh, loving. So, oh my God, thank you so much, Esty. I cannot wait to read this. It says, she's been driving him wild for years. The good kind of wild, the bad kind of wild, but mostly the kind of wild that comes with wanting your best friend's little sister and knowing you can't have her. Oh my God, I cannot wait to read this. I am going to go through this closet behind me. I have 2 closets in my office, and these are basically the closets where things go to die. I put things in these closets. I never take things out. So I don't even really know what's in here. I want to go through this one first because I do think that this is where I have a lot of my shoes. And basically ever since my accident and surgery last year, I've had the hardest time finding shoes that are comfortable for me because my foot is shaped differently and I can only walk for so long before it starts to hurt really bad. So there's pretty much like 1 pair of shoes that I have been wearing and like that's it, because everything else just like doesn't fit right anymore. So I want to go through all of the shoes that I have, and I'm sure that I will be able to donate the majority of them. We're gonna open up this closet and see what's going on in here. What do we got? Oh my God, it's a mess. It is such a mess in here. All right, I'm pretty sure that box right there has shoes. Other than that though, it's kind of just a mess in here. Don't really know what's going on. Here's my box of shoes. I have some old Vans, which I did wear these a lot. I have a feeling they're not going to work anymore. Let me see. I feel like that was a sign that I should not be trying any of these shoes on. Oh my God. My foot like doesn't even want to go into the shoe. These will go in the donate pile. I have a lot of heels in here, and I think I'm just gonna get rid of all of them because the idea of wearing heels actually terrifies me now. I'm very sad though because I loved these. I also have them in a blue color. Unfortunately, these will have to go. And I think I will just get rid of all my heels. I also have these, which I definitely can't wear. These I think are my highest heels. These were my wedding shoes for a long time. These were very expensive though. I'm like, should I keep them? I can't wear these. I just know I can't. Ugh. This is very tragic, you guys. These I might still be able to wear. We at least have 1 pair of keep. These I think I will get rid of because I have a different pair of like black boots like this that I like better. These I think I'll just get rid of because again, wearing a heel scares me. And then these sneakers, these were used to be my running shoes. These will not fit me. I can already tell just by looking at them that they're gonna be too small. So, out of all those, I'm only keeping one pair of shoes. That is actually like very depressing, but I can only save one. I've just been having the hardest time finding shoes. Like, I go shoe shopping so often, and every single time I can't find anything. There's all the shoes I'm donating. I think I will start putting like more donation stuff into this box. I have a bunch of pillows in here that I don't actually like. I am just not really into these pillows that you can't actually use as a pillow, like with sequins or beads. Who wants to lay on that, okay? I don't want a decorative pillow that I can't actually use. I have these like green velvet curtains that I bought a long time ago, and I don't actually like them anymore. They're just too heavy and dark. I like curtains that are a little more like light and flowy, so I think I'll donate these. I have all of these tops that I think I'm just gonna go put into the closet in my bedroom because I'm not ready to go through all my clothes yet. This box looks like it has a bunch of old makeup, but I'll go through it and double check. These are a pair of pants. I have these like shower organizers, which I actually don't use these anymore because I have a different shower organizer, so I can donate these. This organizer I'm actually going to keep. I really, really liked this. It has all these like shelves and stuff, and it spins, and I liked keeping my skincare on here. The only reason I'm not using it now is because my bathroom has very small counter space and it doesn't fit, but I might be able to use it in my new bathroom. There's a lot of old medicine in here that's probably expired. Yeah. All of this medicine expired like a year ago. And then I also have a bunch of Bath & Body Works soaps in here that I can definitely still use. Let's go through this makeup right here, because there might be some of it I can save. This, definitely not. This I've had since like high school. I don't know, do powders, I'm like, in my brain, powders don't expire. I'm sure they do. This is a NARS blush, I think. That I feel like I can keep. The rest of this is like mascara and brow gel. This concealer I know is bad. I will just save the little NARS blush. There's one more box in there. All right, let's see what's in here. We've got some sweatpants. I don't think I've ever worn this. This sweater, oh my God, this is like my favorite sweater. Okay, this closet is pretty much fully cleaned out. All I have left is my shoe rack, this box, which is all clothing that I'm keeping, like mostly it's like sweaters and sweatpants and stuff. This bag that has some like random stuff that I want to keep. Other than that, we have cleared her out. And then this right here is the box of stuff that I am donating from the closet. You guys, I have been having so much anxiety lately, and I've just been in a really weird headspace. And honestly, like, I was feeling weird before the election, and then that just like made it worse. Like, I have not wanted to do anything. I've not wanted to read. I've not wanted to film videos. I keep starting and DNFing books. Like, the amount of books I've DNF'd in the past 2 weeks is kind of crazy. And I'm like, I know that it's not the books. I know that it's me. But I actually was like having a conversation with Sarah where I was like, do I even enjoy reading anymore? Like, that's how bad it's gotten. To where the point where I'm like, do I even like books? Which is crazy, because obviously I do. Obviously I still love reading. I'm just having a weird time. I think a lot of people are having a weird time. Partially, it's like that I'm very stressed out about this move, which I talked about a lot, like the details of my move on my Patreon. I don't really want to get into it fully here, but it's just gonna be very stressful. Like, I'm excited for it once I get there and like once it's all over, but the whole like leading up to it, I'm feeling very stressed about it. I'm not gonna be leaving for a while, like until next year. So I think I'm in this phase where I'm like, I know that it's gonna happen, and like the anticipation of it happening and like the preparation for moving is really stressing me out. Like, I want it to be done already. I want it to be over, but it can't be. And I just feel very stressed out and unmotivated, and I don't know. I'm just having a weird time right now. And like, there's so many videos that I want to make right now and that I like feel excited by. However, they all involve reading a bunch of books and I've not been in the mood to read. And I think that is ultimately the biggest struggle with being a booktuber, is that like, if you're not in the mood to read, your content really suffers. Something that I've been meaning to do for a while is actually scan my whole physical TBR into a shelf on Goodreads, because the amount of times I actually forget what is on here. I don't think I've ever done it before, but I'm pretty sure there is a feature on Goodreads where you just like scan the barcode. So we're gonna see how good that works. By the way, I have gotten questions about my Goodreads from people lately. Honestly, I didn't think anybody was gonna notice. I have not been using Goodreads almost pretty much this entire year. I really didn't think anybody would notice, but people keep asking me about it. So I'm very sorry. I didn't know people check my Goodreads like that. I will do my best to update it. I really didn't think people would notice. Okay, I think if I just click add books, oh. Nope, apparently not. Wait, can you not scan books anymore? I swear there used to be like a scan feature. Oh, here it is. Okay, I found it. Okay, it looks like what you can do is scan all the books and then you add them to a shelf. So I'm gonna work on doing that and see how well this scanner feature works. Okay, they take a second. It takes a second for it to recognize. It probably would work quicker if I actually had like one of those book scanners. Oh, it didn't recognize. Okay, there we go. I've seen people buy them before, like the little book scanners. Ugh, I just don't want that. I don't need it. It'd actually be faster if I just looked up the books myself. I did one whole shelf. I'm gonna go do the rest. And then I guess we'll see actually how many books are on here, because I don't actually know off the top of my head what the number is. I think it's under 200 at this point, but I don't know. Okay, that took me like an hour, and I didn't realize until I was over halfway done that you don't actually have to scan the barcode. You can just scan the cover, and it works so much quicker and better. Wish I knew that before. But we now have an official count of where we're at with my physical TBR. If you remember, at the start of my TBR Tackle series, we started at 250. We are now at 187. Yay! Everybody give me a round of applause. Which is kind of crazy because I've only been doing it for 4 months. And that gives me a lot of hope that I can actually achieve this and finish it within my 1-year goal. We're 4 months in, 8 months left. Also, just a reminder, you guys are behind a couple episodes. I have some episodes that haven't gone up yet. So if you, not that anyone's tracking my numbers, but if anyone is like, that is a very big jump from the last episode, it is, because I've read a lot since then. But this is actually the first time that I feel like this goal is achievable. It was a very lofty goal, but I'm feeling confident. So before I end this wrap up, I did kind of just want to tell you guys the videos that I am working on, that I am excited about, that I hopefully will be making, if I can just get my act together and start reading books. Maybe by telling you guys, it will keep me accountable and I'll actually start doing them. One of them is finishing series on my shelves. I have so many series that I'm in the middle of and I really want to start like knocking them off. So I am like halfway through a video doing that. Another one that I am really excited about is judging books by their covers and then reading them. And I've already gotten all of the books. I had a whole day where I went book shopping and I only bought books based on loving the covers. Ugh, I just need to get my act together and start reading. I'm currently rereading a favorite book and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that rereading a favorite is gonna bring me out of this weird space that I've been in. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping. So, if you made it to the end of this video, leave me a little heart emoji for this very cute cardigan that I got in Fredericksburg when Sarah was here. And don't forget to check out Trainwell by scanning my QR code or click the link in the description to take the quiz and find your perfect trainer and get 14 days of free training. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and check out my Patreon where I post tons of exclusive content. I will hopefully see you guys in my next video. Bye!